Welcome to Speak English Now podcast with your host, Georgiana, the podcast that will help you to speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks.
Hi, dear student. I'm Georgiana, founder of the Speak English Now podcast. My mission is to help you to speak English fluently. Speaking English is way easier when you use the right material and techniques. I'm here to tell you to stop using the word look repeatedly. There are many more alternatives, and depending on the context, I will help you to choose the right one. This lesson is intended to help you enrich your vocabulary and sound more like a native English speaker. And with a mini story, you will practice your English speaking. But first, I'd like to share with you a comment on Facebook from one of my students called Fernando Romero. Hello, Georgiana. I'm fascinated by your method. I have improved my spoken English. Your podcasts are incredible. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Fernando, for sharing. By the way, if you are new here, visit my website to get the transcript of today's episode. Go to speakenglishpodcast.com. If you're already familiar with the show, please share it with your friends and family. That would make me very happy. Tell your friends that my podcast is available everywhere on the internet. You can find it on my website and many podcast apps like Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, etc. Just look for Speak English Now with Georgiana and start learning English with me. Do you know the difference between glare and glance? What about the difference between looking and seeing? For a native English speaker, these words are different, although I know it is complicated for an English learner. Okay, let's learn some new words that replace the word look. For instance, if we glare at someone, we usually show them that we are angry, because we often frown and have a dark look on our faces. People may glare at us when we do something they disagree with. For example, Georgie glared at her dad every time he asked her to tidy up her room. She gave me such an icy glare, I almost froze. Don't glare at me like that. You deserve to be scolded. Okay, let's continue. However, when we glance, we take a quick look at something, but we don't concentrate on it for too long. Usually that happens when we don't want people to know we're seeing something or someone, so we look at it in a natural way, but without making it self-evident. Examples. During a meeting, Jim glanced at the clock on the wall. We fell in love at first glance. He could tell at a glance something was wrong with her. We can also replace the word look with the expression to catch a glimpse. When we catch a glimpse, we barely see something. We see it for a brief time as it goes by quickly. Examples. Millions of people have gathered to catch a glimpse of Her Royal Majesty. Did you catch a glimpse of that beautiful woman who just walked by? We were hoping to catch a glimpse of the superstar. Let's continue with to see. When you see something or someone, it means you discern visually. You're aware of your surroundings using your eyes. Examples. I've got something in my eye, and I can't see properly. I saw Tom this morning. Have you seen your brother lately? Okay, so when do we use the word look? Unlike seeing, looking is active. we direct our eyes to see, or we physically make an effort to see something. We usually look quickly and for a shorter time. Examples: Look, there's my dad. Look at all these beautiful flowers. He looked at me and laughed. Look over there, there's a rainbow. That's it for today. Next week, you will learn some new ways to replace the word look. Now let's continue with a mini story. Awesome! Now let's practice with a short question and answer exercise, which is a method that I use in my English courses. Sometimes I call it a conversation simulator because you practice your English like in a real conversation. Here's how it works. I give you information and ask simple questions. After each question, there is a pause where you can answer. After the pause, I give you a correct answer for you to compare. Are you ready? Let's go! When Tina was a teenager, she fell in love with a rock star. Was Tina a man? No. Tina wasn't a man. She was a teenager. Did she hate a rock star? No, she didn't hate a rock star. She fell in love with a rock star. She loved a rock star, right? Yes, when Tina was a teenager, she fell in love with a rock star. Was she an old lady when she fell in love? No, she wasn't an old lady when she fell in love. She fell in love when she was a teenager. One day, she caught a glimpse of her favorite rock singer named Jason. Did she catch anything? Yes, she caught a glimpse. Did she catch a glimpse of an animal? No. She didn't catch a glimpse of an animal. She caught a glimpse of someone. Was it a country singer she saw? No, it wasn't a country singer. She saw a rock star. Was he her favorite rock star? Yes, he was her favorite rock star. Jason was her favorite star. The first time Tina saw him was love at first glance. Did Tina see him for the second time? No. Tina didn't see him for the second time. She saw him for the first time. Was she repulsed when she saw him? No, she wasn't repulsed. She fell in love with him. Was it love at second glance? No, it was love at first glance. On Valentine's Day, a friend of Tina said, "Look, isn't that your favorite rock star?" Did Tina's friend say anything? Yes, Tina's friend said something. Did Tina's friend say anything on Black Friday? No. She didn't say it on Black Friday. She said something on Valentine's Day. Was Tina supposed to look somewhere? Yes, Tina was supposed to look and see her favorite star. When Tina realized it was only a joke, she frowned and glared at her friend. Did Tina realize it was only a lie? No. Tina didn't realize that. She realized it was only a joke. Was Tina's friend lying or joking? Tina's friend wasn't lying. She only made an innocent joke. Who frowned and glared? Tina's friend? No, not Tina's friend. Tina was the one who frowned and glared at her friend. Perfect! It's the end of this mini story. As you can see, through questions and answers, you can practice and improve your speech. If you want to get hours of audio with mini stories and point of view lessons, I'd like to recommend to you my fluency course. You can get it at fluency.speakenglishpodcast.com. Well, that's it for today. But don't worry, I'll be back next.
Welcome to Speak English Now podcast with your host, Georgiana, the podcast that will help you to speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks.
Next week with a new episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com. speakenglishpodcast.com. Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com. speakenglishpodcast.com.